Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss the topic van der Waals forces from chapter States of Matter, class 11 chemistry, presented by Vijit, PGT Chemistry, KB Dogra Lines, Meerut. The learning outcomes of this video are factors which decides the states of matter, different types of van der Waals forces, and origin of van der Waals forces. Okay, so we are going to discuss states of matter now. As all of you know, what is a matter? Which occupies space and has some mass, that is called matter. Now, what are the states of matter? There are mainly three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. But other than these three, we have some other like plasma, Bose-Einstein condensate also. But the three main states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Now, what are the factors which decide the physical state of a substance? That means if a substance exists in solid state or in liquid state or in gaseous state, what factor decides the presence of a matter in this states? So there are mainly two factors, and these are intermolecular forces and thermal energy. So what are these? As the name suggests, intermolecular forces, the forces which exist among the molecules of any state of matter. Means if we have molecules in any state, they are attracting each other, then these attractive forces among the molecules are called intermolecular forces. These forces may be very strong, may be moderate, may be very weak. And now, what is thermal energy? As the name suggests, therm means heat, which depends on temperature. So thermal energy is what which depends on the temperature, or we can say which depends on the kinetic energy of the molecules. If the molecules are moving very fastly, then they have very high amount of thermal energy. If they are moving with very less kinetic energy, with very less velocity, then they have very low value of thermal energy. So these intermolecular forces and thermal energy factors are inversely proportional to each other, because if the molecules have very high intermolecular forces, they will not move, they will not have any high kinetic energy or any thermal energy. If the molecules have very high thermal energy, if they are moving with very high kinetic energy, so they have very low intermolecular forces. So in gaseous state, the force of attraction, that means the intermolecular forces, are very less than the thermal energy. In case of liquid state, the forces of attraction are greater than the thermal energy. That's why some properties of liquid are similar to solid state, some are similar to gaseous, but like the liquid has a fixed volume, so the forces of attraction are quite higher in liquid state as compared to the thermal energy. What about solid state? The forces of attraction are very stronger as compared to the thermal energy. That's why the solid state molecules or the particles, they have fixed positions, fixed volume. So next come to the topic van der Waals forces. Now what are van der Waals forces? Actually these are the attractive intermolecular forces. Attractive intermolecular forces means when the molecules are close to each other, they may attract each other or they may repel each other. So the attractive forces which are present among the molecules, these are called van der Waals forces. We have learnt about covalent bonding, we have learnt about ionic bonding, but these bondings are actually because of the sharing of electron or because of the losing or gaining, that is transfer of electron. But in van der Waals forces, no such case is there. They just only attract their surfaces. That's why these are physical forces between the surfaces. Okay, as the name, as the second point suggests, these are on the physical forces between the surfaces of molecules. So here there is no sharing or transfer of electron, just only the attraction between the surfaces of molecules. These forces are weaker than the covalent or ionic bonding because there is no overlapping here, there is no positive negative charges here, complete transfer of electron is not here, so these are weaker than the chemical covalent and ionic bonds. Now what are the types of van der Waals forces? First category is dipole-dipole interactions. Now what is the meaning of dipole? As you know, if a compound has zero dipole moment, it is called non-polar, but if its dipole moment is non-zero, it is called a polar molecule. So this type of interactions, this type of force is between a polar molecule and another polar molecule that may be same or may be different. So a polar molecule is that which has a positive part and a negative part, that has a positive pole and has a negative pole. So what happens? The negative pole of one molecule attracts the positive pole of another molecule, and this continues. So this interaction is between the positive pole and negative pole of adjacent molecules. After the name of scientist, it is also called Keystone forces. Now let's take an example. See, there are two HCl molecules here. As we know, Cl is more electronegative than H, so it carries slight negative charge and H carries slight positive charge. Another molecule also has slight positive and negative charges on H and Cl respectively. So the Cl, which is the negative part, attracts the H of another molecule which is the positive part, and this type of interaction between the negative and positive of different molecules is a physical bond, and that is called dipole-dipole interactions. The strength of the dipole-dipole interactions actually depends on whether the molecules are stationary or rotating, because we know intermolecular forces and thermal energy, these are inversely proportional to each other. So if the molecules are stationary, means the molecules, they don't have high thermal energy, so their intermolecular forces will be strong. See, this is inversely proportional to the distance to the power cube. While if the molecules are rotating, that means if the thermal energy is high, then the force of attraction will be inversely proportional to the distance to the power 6. So the molecules having high thermal energy will have low value of dipole-dipole interactions. The second type of van der Waals forces is dipole-induced dipole force. This type of bond or force or interaction is between a polar molecule and a non-polar molecule. Polar molecule, that means which has dipole, means positive and negative poles, while a non-polar molecule, which means which is not having permanent dipole. It doesn't have any positive and negative pole. So what happens when polar molecules come in the contact of non-polar molecule, just like this AB molecule, which is a polar molecule, when it comes in the contact of a non-polar molecule, it induces polarity in the non-polar molecule. See, the here in AB molecule, A is slightly positive while B is slightly negative, but this B repels the electrons in the non-polar molecule, and it creates or it generates a polarity in the non-polar molecule also. And after this, see, the non-polar molecule also has a dipole, slightly positive and slightly negative charges. As it is induced by the polar molecule, that's why it is called induced dipole. So this is the interaction between a dipole, that is a polar molecule, while the induced dipole, that is generated dipole molecule. The third category is dispersion forces or London forces, after the name of its scientist. This type of bond or force or interaction is between two non-polar atoms or molecules, and these non-polar atoms or molecules may be same or different. Example among the atoms or chlorine molecules. See, we know a non-polar molecule, it does not have any positive or negative poles. So there is no strong forces between the surfaces of two non-polar atoms or molecules. That's why this category is the weakest intermolecular forces. This is the weakest intermolecular forces. These are also called instantaneous induced dipole forces. Why? See, the word is instantaneous, means it generates for an instant. So how does a non-polar atom or molecule can attract another non-polar atom or molecule? See, in this diagram, atom A and atom B, these are two non-polar atoms. These are two non-polar. There is no slightly positive and negative poles in these atom A and B. But for an instant, let's assume that in atom A there is non-symmetrical distribution of electrons. That means electrons, they shift to one side for an instant, and in the second diagram you can see the positive part, it comes to the left hand side, while the right hand side part, it becomes slightly negative, and it occurs for an instant, suppose. And just because of this instantaneous polarity in atom A, it also induces polarity in the neighboring B atom, and the neighboring B atom also has positive pole in the left hand side, just because of the attraction from the negative pole of atom A, and B atom has negative pole in the right hand side, and now they attract each other. As this force is for an instant, that's why it is the weakest force. So in the next diagram you can see this polarity can change to the another shift side also. Now the positive pole is in the right hand side, and B or atom also has positive pole in the right hand side and negative pole in the left hand side. So this force is called instantaneous dipole, that is for atom A, and instantaneous induced dipole, that is for atom B. Now some other categories of van der Waals forces are ion dipole interactions and ion induced dipole interactions. So what is this ion dipole interaction? As the name suggests, this is the interaction between an ion, it may be a cation or an anion, and the another part is dipole, that means a polar molecule. So it is not the attraction between a cation and anion, it is actually an attraction between an ion and another polar molecule. Let's take an example. Na positive, it is attracted by the negative pole of water, or Cl negative, it is attracted by the positive pole of water. So this is ion dipole interactions. The next category is ion induced dipole interaction. This is the interaction between an ion and a non-polar molecule, and the name suggests induce, that means the ion induces or creates a polarity in the non-polar molecule, that's why it is called ion induced dipole interaction.